You see a cute puppy at a pet store looking at you in the eyes, and suddenly that stray puppy you saw on the street the other day comes to your mind, and you wonder what he's doing right now. Later that day, you check the shelter's website, and that same puppy appears, and you wonder whether you should adopt or shop. 1 out of 10 shelter animals will find a home, and the rest will either be euthanized or remain as strays. Usually, adoption fees range from $30 to $100, while people are willing to pay thousands of dollars for a purebred dog. I recently visited the shelter, where they have an ever-growing list of animals that are waiting to be adopted or be put down. The shelter belongs to the state, and by law they are not allowed to reject any animals, so all animals must be taken in. So animal homelessness is on the rise because of overpopulation and pet shopping, so I propose we adopt and don't shop. First, let's look at the effects that shopping has on the animal community and the animals involved. So most puppies that come from pet stores originate from puppy mills or commercial breeding facilities that focus on increasing profit with little regard to the health of these animals. These animals stay in small cages with other dogs, and they don't get the food and water that they need. They don't get the proper care and are overbred. These puppy mills inbreed dogs, which cause serious health problems like poor growth, hip dysplasia, patella luxation, and reduced lifespans. If there is any puppies with serious health problems, the breeder will simply dispose of them one way or another. The poor moms are not given time to rest and will be bred as soon as possible. Now that we looked at the first problem, let's look at the overpopulation of stray animals, the overwhelming number of unwanted pets, and why they end up without a home. The ASPCA reports that 6.5 million companion animals enter the shelter each year, and most shelters are not equipped to care for more than 200 pets at a time. And I see people drop off 20 to 30 pets a day. And there is more surrenders even when natural disasters occur. After the flooding that recently happened here in Houston, hundreds of people were waiting in line to surrender their pets. And that's because they can no longer care for them. People also dump them on the streets because they're not aware that they could drop them off at a shelter. According to BARC, there's at least 1 million strays here in Houston and more than 200 million strays around the world. These pets end up without a home because the family might have financial issues, the pets might have behavioral issues, or they were already born on the streets. Now that we examined both problems of animal homelessness and puppy mills, we can get to the solution, which is why to adopt and not shop. Adopting from shelter decreases the business from pet stores. If they go out of business, they will stop mistreating the animals that in their care that deserve to be in a home. Of course, all animals deserve to be in a family. So I understand why people buy pets. But if you adopt, it will be decreasing the business and put puppy mills to a stop. When you rescue a pet, you're saving a life. You'll find a trained animal. You know what their personality is like. As an adult, since most animals there are years old. Adopting costs no more than $100, and they come vaccinated, spayed, or neutered. While buying a puppy costs thousands of dollars, and you don't really know what you're getting but cute looks. Most puppies will not come trained and may develop behavioral issues and might end up getting rehomed eventually. We want to bring awareness to this problem by showcasing the great companion animals they have at shelters, educate people on the issue, and make fundraisers to keep said shelters afloat since they are constantly overwhelmed with animal surrenders. In conclusion, we should educate our community on the benefits that come with adopting and not shopping. Adopting will clear out the shelters, which will eventually make more space for unfortunate strays to find a forever home. So go to your local shelter and adopt a fur baby that will give you happy memories. If you can't adopt, foster. If you can't foster, volunteer. If you can't volunteer, donate. If it takes one simple action to save a life. Danny, come on. Danny!